What's up, fam? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to Waiter Serve Style, serving you your dose of fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I don't know why I said it like that, but we are back at the vanity, so you guys know what that means. We are doing a makeup look, but in particular, rudeness, we are teaching how to do eyebrows, or how I do my eyebrows. I get a lot of questions about my brows. My brows are unkept, unruly, just how I like them. I used to get my eyebrows waxed every 2 weeks, and then I stopped doing anything to them about 4 years ago, and I love them. I don't have to worry about shaping them or arching them. I love them bushy, I love them thick, potato wedge like, and yeah, I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows. And if you want a more in-depth tutorial on how I do my brows, I do have a blog post, but this is kind of the updated version of it. So okay, I am going to prep my face and then come back. If you want to know how I do my everyday makeup look, I will have that video linked below. Please make sure you watch it. It is my highest viewed video on my channel. And I'm laughing because you just never know what the algorithm does on these social media platforms and which video is going to take off. Your job as a content creator is just to create the content. So needless to say, I'm going to prep my face and start my process and hop back on when it's time to do my brows. Actually, my prepping process involves my brows. So before I prep my face with primer and powder, the first step that I do is I groom my brows just a tad, and I use a spoolie and hairspray. So this is the hairspray that I use. I'm not a fan of waxes or gels. I actually have the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I probably need to throw it away because it's completely white, but I'm not because I spent money on it. I do have this. I don't like this in my brows because it's like edge control for your brows. I find when I use it on clients, I find that it works better with people who have sparse brows, like very, very faint sparse brows. It keeps the brow hairs in place so you can fill them in better. But since I have very thick, coarse haired brows, it doesn't work too well for me. So this is my bread and butter. And all I do is I take, this is the Tresemme Extra Firm Control hairspray. And the same way it holds your hair on your head in place, it holds your brows in place. So I spray my spoolie, and hopefully you can see me, and just make sure my brows are up. And in place. So already you can see that did something. Okay, so now I prep my face with powder and all of that, and okay, I'm back. I got a little unblended color corrector on, and in terms of priming, I pulled out the Milk Hydro Grip. I go back and forth with this primer. I can't use it every day because I think the hemp in it breaks me out, but for certain foundations, I want to see how well it does with really matte foundations. But you're not here for primer, you're here for brows. So one of the things that I do, I set my primer down with powder. And in addition to setting my face, I also set my brows. And this ensures that my brows are coated and it doesn't have any slip to them. It gives it a little grip. Okay, so now let's dive right in. In terms of brow pencils, the best brow pencil, in my opinion, is the Maybelline Express Brow. It used to be the Maybelline. Do I have it still? I don't have it anymore, but they changed the packaging. Their tattoo line has shifted over to this. I actually like this pencil better than the last one, but the Maybelline Express Brow Ultra Slim Pencil Crayon. I don't know what the rest of this is, but this is my favorite one. And I use, what color do I use? And see, I have backups. I use black brown because I like my brows dark, but this by far is the best eyebrow pencil on the market, in my opinion. It works better than some higher end brow pencils. Like I have the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is good, and I also have the smaller one. No, the Brow Wiz is the smaller one. This is the Brow Definer. I have both of them, and I've used all of them. I always come back to this. So one of the key things with brows, you always want to make sure you are spooling them and make sure they're high and lifted up. So the first thing that I do is, and I'll come in closer, I'm gonna look in the mirror and hopefully you can see. I start with the bottom and see there's a line there, and then I feather in, create my tail. And I don't want my brows to be thicker. I just want them to be more defined. So from that, we do hair-like strokes. You don't want to dig in. You want to do hair-like strokes, and this works for sparse brows as well. Oops. Light hand, because you don't want to look like an angry bird. And at times I have. Sparse brows. And one good thing about my naturally full brows is they arch at the right place. So I don't have to create an arch. You see they kind of go up a little bit. And okay, so we got that taken care of. And the next thing you do is spoolie right on in. Make sure the product is blended. Your key word for any makeup look is blended. See that? Now, if you like that ombre brow, better known as the Instagram brow, this technique works the same. But, see? Okay. I'm going to speed through this other one. Same thing. Line at the bottom. Make sure your hairs are high and lifted up. Define the tail, define the top. And brows are sisters, not twins, meaning both of your brows probably won't look the same because our faces on our left and our right are not symmetrical. So like this brow is a lot longer than that one. And we just, by doing this technique, you're just filling in the sparse parts, which I don't have that many sparse parts because my brows are so thick. And see, that's enough. Because you can easily go overboard. And once you do that, make sure you spoolie it really good, going in an upward direction. And voila for that part. Okay, now I am one that still carves out her brows. My brows are super thick and super chunky. I know a lot of makeup artists cringe at the idea of carving out brows, but I'm one who still does it. The key is to find a concealer or base that's in your shade. And what I love to use is the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Camo Concealer in Deep Cinnamon. This is my complexion tone, and not only is this good for your brows, this is also good as an under eye concealer. When I want full glam, I pull out the Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette when I really want to get them underway. But today I'm just doing a simple makeup look, and I take a little bit of concealer, and out of all the brushes in my collection, this is by far my favorite brush. It is $1.99 to be exact, and it's by Wet n Wild, and it's the flat top brush. I have several other brow brushes, but this one is my favorite. So you just taking a little bit of concealer off my palette, and then we're just gonna carve right in. Now, as you can see, I am one who does her brows before makeup because, again, my eyebrows are so thick that I need to make sure that they're carved out completely before I put on the face. And it just makes sense. I do my eyes and brows before makeup, just in case I have a mistake, or if the eyeshadow decides it wants to fall out, I don't have to worry about it messing up my base. So I've always done eyes first, even on clients, and probably always will. There's no right or wrong when it comes to makeup. You do what you feel is best and what works for you. And we take it at the top, and as you can see, you can't really tell I have on concealer. That is the key to keep from getting the halo brow. And look at that. You want to make sure it's blended. Blend, blend, blend. And there you have it. Boom. Beautiful brows. Okay, I'm gonna hop back on once my face is finished to show you what I do to finish my brows off. This is not the final step. All right, be back. Oh, rudeness. Okay, we're adjusted. Okay, I'm back, and this is my completed face. It's a little bit more than my everyday glam because I did a little bit more with the eyes. I don't know how I feel about these lashes, but we're gonna go with it. We are in the final stages of my makeup look, and I want to show you what I do to finish off my brows. First, as always, I set my face first. And then make sure it's completely dry. I need to put blush on because that's what I forgot, which is fine. I'll put blush on. I might not need it. This is what I do every day. Make sure my face is completely dry. And then, to ensure that my brows stay in place completely, I use the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Gel Mascara. And this has color to it. And this is in the shade Deep Brown. And it looks like a mascara wand. And to make sure you get all that powder out of your brows, you don't need a lot of it. And to make sure your brows are high and lifted up above the earth. So churchy. Okay, that is where we are. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is how I completed my brows. This is how I complete my brows every time I do my makeup. Give you a close-up shot. Again, I like my brows thick. I groom my brows occasionally when they get too bushy. I do trim them. I don't arch them anymore because I just like the flow of a natural brow. But these are the products that I use and the techniques that I use to get my eyebrows, and I love it. So if you have any other questions, list them down below. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Please make sure you are following me on Instagram. We are growing rapidly, guys. I have hit over 1 million views on one of my reels and my account is growing fast. I'm trying to get to 10K, so help me get there. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please make sure you do. In addition to Instagram, please make sure you check out my blog. I'm moving over so you can see it posted up here at waiterservestyle.com. If you want a more in-depth look and how to make your wardrobe work for you, in addition to a little hint of inspiration by nature, by profession, I am a therapist, and I'm also a Christ-filled believer. So if you want a little bit more inspiration, and in addition to fashion and beauty, follow my blog. We got some good stuff over there. And I think that's it. I'm gonna finish off my makeup look and be on out my way. Be on about my day. All right, guys. Take care, be well, and be blessed, and be safe. Bye, guys.